This is Florida's #1 hidden gem. Not Miami, not Tampa, not even Naples, but a city tucked perfectly between Jupiter and West Palm Beach, with luxury shopping, top-rated schools, and homes that back up to world-class golf courses. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay Tronalone with the Jupiter Group. I'm a local realtor, and I also make videos about living in Palm Beach County. Today, I'm taking you on a full driving tour of Palm Beach Gardens, showing you what it actually feels like to live here, from the streets locals love to the spots where the city really shines. And we're starting right here where most people fall in love with this place, the heart of Palm Beach Gardens. All right, guys, so what we're driving through right now is essentially the heart of Palm Beach Gardens. There are so many great neighborhoods here. And what I really love about this particular area is that because it was established in the early to mid 80s, a lot of the houses and the landscaping, the trees are really mature, so it feels like home here. It's really laid back. The nice thing about Palm Beach Gardens is that the lot lines are a little bit bigger in some of the older developments. So as you can imagine, properties and neighborhoods that were put together in the 80s, they weren't built right on top of each other. There was a little more space back then versus the newer construction we're seeing now, which is zero lot line essentially, because there's just no room. But the nice part about Palm Beach Gardens is there are a lot of established areas that are going to give you a little bit of space and just that quiet, really home feel. And the reason why people love Palm Beach Gardens specifically location-wise is if you look on the map, you're almost dead center between Jupiter to the north and West Palm Beach to the south. So you're really primed, you know, if you love the Jupiter vibe, you love to be on the water, you love to be outdoors, and you've got a ton of opportunities there. And Palm Beach Gardens has some of the best luxury shopping other than Worth Ave on Palm Beach Island. So you've got the Gardens Mall, which we're gonna drive past a little bit later in the video, which is gonna have all those luxury name brands, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, anything you can think of is gonna be at that mall. You're only 12 minutes from the closest international airport. So if you're someone who loves to travel, you've got easy access to the airport here. You're about an hour and a half from Miami. So if you love that Miami city vibe, you're super close there. And we've got the Brightline train and the Tri-Rail. If you're into public transportation, we've got access to all of that here. So we're gonna head out of the neighborhood here, and I'm gonna take you to the first stop on our tour, which is an area called Downtown at the Gardens. This is exactly what it sounds like, kind of a downtown hub area. It's not a super big section, but it does have a lot of really great vendors and you know, things to do in that particular area. All right, guys, so here we are at Downtown at the Gardens, and you can see here, this is more of like an elevated strip mall situation. This is not one of those older sections of town that you're gonna see. Most of the shops and dining and entertainment options here are relatively new within the last 10 years. So directly behind me, we've got an REI co-op here. We've got a movie theater. There's a Lifetime Fitness. If you love working out or you're really into a wellness lifestyle, you definitely wanna check out the Lifetime Fitness. They've got a rooftop pool, a spa, a hair salon. They've got everything you could want in one section, and it's absolutely massive. We're gonna take a walk by there shortly, but I'm just gonna take you guys on a brief tour here, show you some of the highlights of Downtown at the Gardens. So right here, we're in the central section of Downtown at the Gardens. So you've got shops on either side here. You've got kids apparel. There's some food and beverage options here. There's also a really cool spot if you've got little ones. There's a full carousel and a little splash pad area. So it really is kind of an all-encompassing place to come with your family or your friends, grab some food, grab a drink, and just enjoy being around all the entertainment options that Downtown at the Gardens offers to you. All right, so directly behind me, you can see this carousel they've got for your little ones. So it really is a great family-friendly option here. In addition to kid-friendly stuff, you've also got adult-friendly options here as well, including a yard house if you want to watch the game, grab a beer with your friends. We've also got Avocado Cantina, which is phenomenal food there, especially if you love tacos. Highly recommend. And we've also got a really cool spot called Voodoo Bayou, which is more of a New Orleans themed restaurant, and they have live music there most weekends. So again, if you want different options, this is a great local spot in downtown Palm Beach Gardens. In addition to the movie theater I mentioned and Lifetime Fitness, there's also a Whole Foods here. So if you love healthy eating, you want a really great local grocery store, you've got that option as well. So here, in addition to all the shops and dining, they've also got these really great big open areas. So if you've got kids that love to run, bring them here. We've got cornhole, they've got giant Jenga, just a really large outdoor space to come and hang out on these summer nights. And we're actually almost directly across from Lifetime Fitness. So we're gonna pop over there and I'm gonna give you guys a quick insight of that incredible gym facility. So directly behind us here, guys, is the Lifetime Fitness I was telling you about. This is a top tier fitness facility. In addition to a gorgeous rooftop pool, they've got every type of class and fitness amenity that you can think of. They've got a full service smoothie bar, a cafe there, a coffee bar as well. They've got a hair salon and just multiple floors of fitness activity. So if you're someone that loves a wellness lifestyle, you cannot beat Palm Beach Gardens and Lifetime Fitness. All right, guys, next up on our tour, we are hitting my favorite real estate location in Palm Beach Gardens. But before we get there, I'm gonna take you quickly by the Gardens Mall. Now, I mentioned this earlier, this mall is really the only major mall in the area. So if you love to shop, Palm Beach Gardens is a prime location for you. So inside the Gardens Mall, you're gonna have top name brands like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Tory Burch. You're also going to have a ton of different restaurants. So there's a Tap 42 here, there's a Cooper's Hawk, a wine bar. If you're a wine lover, it's a great location. They're also gonna have every big name department store you can think of, Macy's, Bloomingdale's, Nordstrom's, all of the above. And the mall is really large, actually. So if you're someone who wants the ease of luxury shopping without having to go all the way to Palm Beach Island and shop Worth Ave, although that is a great day trip. If you want to head down there, you're about 20-25 minutes to Palm Beach Island. But if you just want ease of shopping, you want to pop in, especially during the holiday season, or you've got a birthday or something you need to shop for, the Gardens Mall here is a prime spot. And if you live in Palm Beach Gardens, you're never more than 10 minutes from the mall. All right, guys, we're headed to PGA National, which is one of my favorite neighborhoods in Palm Beach Gardens. But as we are driving there, I just wanted to point out, we're passing through a section of town right now on PGA Boulevard, which is really the main thoroughfare in Palm Beach Gardens. And this section is called PGA Commons, which we're actually going to hit later in the video. But I just wanted to showcase this area to you guys. So this is just prime dining, really. There's some shops here too. But if you're someone who loves to eat, if you're a foodie, this is really the main section of Palm Beach Gardens that people go to get great meals. They've got all different types of food and restaurants, which we're going to highlight here shortly. We've arrived to one of the top real estate sections in Palm Beach Gardens. We're at PGA National. What I love about this area is that there's so much diversity when you're looking for different types of housing. PGA National has multiple different communities within the whole community of PGA National. So you can find, if you're looking for a quick condo buy, you can find something for $200,000. Or if you're looking for more of an estate style residence, they've got estates up to $2 million here, all of which are accompanied by beautiful golf course views. So everywhere you go in this community, you can see there's luxe landscaping, there's beautiful views. This community has been around since the 80s. So again, you're gonna have that mature landscaping. Just a nice area in Palm Beach Gardens. And some key factors about PGA National here, they've got 6 golf courses. So if you're a golfer, this is the prime location in Palm Beach Gardens. I mentioned, you've got diversity of housing. So whether you wanna live in a condo or live in an estate style residence, you're still gonna have access to the courses here through the optional memberships. You can also golf, day to day if you just want to pay the greens fees, but they do have really incredible membership options in this community as well. You've got a full service hotel, a spa, multiple restaurants on property. You've got pickleball, tennis, in addition to the golf, and a beautiful resort style pool where you can come and spend the day. So if you're looking for an all-inclusive lifestyle, you really do want to consider PGA National because you're going to get a little bit of everything that makes Palm Beach Gardens so great. One of the other really incredible things about living in PGA National is that they host major golf tournaments. So the Cognizant Classic is a golf tournament that's hosted here every spring, and you're going to see some really big name players come through here. So again, if you're someone that loves to golf recreationally or you follow the pros, this is absolutely the place to be for a golf-centric lifestyle. All right, guys, we've talked a little bit about housing. We've talked about some things to do here and location, but what I really want to get into next are things to do in Palm Beach Gardens. Obviously, people move to Florida for a lot of different reasons, but one of the main reasons is outdoor activities and lifestyle. And Palm Beach Gardens has no shortage of things to do. We've got a ton of new developments happening here. Specifically, we're going to take a quick look at the Burns Road Recreation Center, which is again in the heart of Palm Beach Gardens. This is such a great location if you've got little ones. Not only do they have a beautiful park facility, an indoor full rec center, they've also just done a major overhaul of their outdoor splash pad and pool area. So you can imagine in the summer months, it gets really hot here, and the Gardens Rec Center is a perfect location to take your little ones if you want to, get access to the pool facilities and the splash pad and stuff like that. In addition to the Burns Road Gardens Rec Center overhaul, we're also in the middle of seeing a new development begin in the form of a $40 million recreation facility backed by a Wayne Gretzky company, which is going to feature ice rinks. So ice skating, ice hockey, it's really becoming prevalent in this area. Obviously, the Florida Panthers are the current back-to-back Stanley Cup champs. So we're really seeing an insurgence of hockey as a recreation here for kids and adults. So right now there's only 2 ice hockey rinks somewhat locally. One is in West Palm, the other is in Lake Worth, which is about 30 minutes south of Palm Beach Gardens. So to be able to have something here locally is going to be huge, and it's going to be a brand new facility. So a lot of residents are really, really excited about that. In addition to rec centers and sports facilities, we've also got really great access to waterfront activities. So Palm Beach Gardens in itself is about 10 minutes from Juno Beach, which is the most popular beach here locally. That's where you're going to see those crystal clear blue waters. You're going to have really great snorkeling, a large beach so that the beach is quite sizable and goes quite a long distance. And you've got the Juno Beach Pier there. If you love to fish, you can fish right off the pier. And you're also about 10 to 15 minutes from Jupiter, which has the dog beach. So if you've got a furry friend who loves the ocean, you're a super, super short distance to one of the best dog beaches in the area. In addition to that, we've got multiple boat ramp locations. So if you love to boat, fish, dive, you just love to booze cruise maybe around with your friends on your boat, you're gonna have access to multiple docks within 7 to 10 minutes of the Palm Beach Gardens general location. So we've got a ton to do here. Rec centers, we've got outdoor activities, really anything you can think of, you're gonna have a lot of access to in the prime location of Palm Beach Gardens. All right, guys, we're almost to the Burns Road Rec Center, but briefly before we get there, I just want to touch on the education in Palm Beach Gardens. So the public schools here are actually A-rated, which is great, and you've got multiple options here locally in Palm Beach Gardens. We've also got some really incredible private schools as well. So if you're looking for more of a private education, you definitely want to check out the Benjamin School. In my opinion, that's probably the top rated private school in the Palm Beach Gardens area. You've also got St. Mark's, which is another incredible option. If you're looking for a Catholic school, there's St. Clair, which is a short 10 to 12 minute drive from the Palm Beach Gardens area. So it's really great here because we do see a lot of families relocating to Palm Beach Gardens for a lot of the reasons that I've mentioned already, but most specifically because we've got some incredible public school options as well as private school options as well. All right, guys, here we are outside the Burns Road Community Center. I mentioned it just had a massive multi-million-dollar overhaul here. You can see the size of the building behind me is quite large. You're going to have lots of kid-friendly activities here. They've also got a full outdoor park and a splash pad and full pool as well. So whether you're looking for indoor activities or outdoor activities, this is a greght place for kids and adults alike. So in addition to some incredible recreation options in Palm Beach Gardens, we're also seeing a lot of new development and new growth in regards to real estate. We mentioned PGA National, which is really mature. It's been around since the 80s, But if you're looking for something that's a little more modern, more upscale, that's been built in the last 10 years, you definitely want to consider some of the new developments here in Palm Beach Gardens. The first one is a community called Artistry, and this is a single family home community, very modern, very luxury with great amenities, which is located in central Palm Beach Gardens. These homes are going to be, 3 and 4 bedroom residences with a pool. The only downside there, something that you want to be aware of if this is something that affects your lifestyle, is that the lot lines are pretty tight. It's almost a 0 lot line community, but that's what you sacrifice to get a beautiful new construction home in the heart of Palm Beach Gardens. So that's definitely something you want to consider. The other newer community you want to consider, if you're someone who's looking for a truly luxury lifestyle, you do not want to sleep on the Ritz-Carlton Residences. So this is actually a new construction project that's been happening for the last couple years. The delivery date is set for early to mid 2026, but this is really concierge style living. If you're familiar with the Ritz-Carlton name, you know that is indicative of luxury. So what this particular project is, it's 106 condo units spread across 3 6-story condo buildings. It's on a 14-acre property with direct intercoastal access. So they're also offering 29 boat slips that comes with the community. Now, in addition to, really great waterfront access, you're also going to get a ton of really, really spectacular amenities. Of course, you're going to get an infinity edge pool. You're going to have pickleball. You're going to have lounges and clubhouses available to the residents there. But you're also going to get, really top tier amenities that kind of go above and beyond. So they've got a playground for your dogs, they've got a kids club there. So they're really looking at the total waterfront lifestyle. So we're gonna pop by there really quick. I'm gonna give you guys a couple more details and show you the pre-construction package that's happening there. As of now, they've finished the majority of the exterior and they've started to work on the interior of the units. But again, we've still got probably about another year before they go into delivery. So what you're seeing behind me here, guys, are the Ritz-Carlton Residences in full construction mode. So like I mentioned, these are set to be delivered in the next 6 months to a year. And these properties are gonna start at $4.5 million and go up to $9 million. And actually what we've seen in some of the pre-production purchases are people buying 2 units to combine them into one massive condo unit. So again, if you're someone that's looking for luxury living on the water, you definitely wanna consider the Ritz-Carlton Residences here. Next up on our Palm Beach Gardens driving tour, we're gonna head back to PGA Commons, which is my favorite spot for dining in central Palm Beach Gardens. You've got so much variety there, so many different options depending on if you want to grab a quick cup of coffee or you want a date night or a girls' night. They've got a ton of different options there. But before we get there, I wanted to touch on, one of the highlights and the reason people love moving to Palm Beach Gardens is that it's such a balanced mix of established communities and new growth. So this is definitely not an area where you're going to be overpowered by construction on every corner and tons of traffic and, just a lot of hustle and bustle of city life. It's really going to be more laid back. You're going to have a lot of established gated communities and HOA-centric communities with a nice mix of newer developments like we mentioned, Artistry and the Ritz-Carlton Residences. But it just has a really established feel, but still keeps up with the time. So as things develop and grow, Palm Beach Gardens is definitely a hub of activity and nightlife and dining. Of course, you're centrally located for travel to the Palm Beach International Airport, but it is just more of a laid back feel here, not like, downtown West Palm or Miami or anything like that. So if you're someone that's looking for a relaxed environment, but still have modern options, Palm Beach Gardens is going to be a great fit for you. All right, here we are outside PGA Commons. And what I love about this particular area of Palm Beach Gardens is that there's so much dining here. Directly behind me is Rocco's Tacos, which is my favorite taco bar here in the area. You've also got Kabuki if you want sushi or Thai food. You've got Prosecco Cafe. You've got Prezzo for Italian. You've got Spoto's Oyster Bar. In addition to all these great dining options here in PGA Commons, you've also got a nail salon, a hair salon, multiple different art galleries amenities as well. Plus you're super, super close to some really, really great real estate and neighborhoods, which are within walking or even golf cart driving distance to PGA Commons. So if dining is on your high priority list for moving to a new location, you definitely want to consider Palm Beach Gardens and the PGA Commons area. So why does Palm Beach Gardens earn the #1 ranking spot? Well, all of the reasons I mentioned in this video, but there's one we didn't even touch on, which is the fact that Florida has no state income tax, which has been a huge draw for recent residents who are moving from other states. So in addition to being, so centrally located, you're minutes from downtown West Palm, you're minutes from Jupiter, minutes from the airport. We've got A-rated schools here. We've got tons of nightlife and recreation and dining, really great shopping as well if you're looking for that luxury shopping experience. And we've really got that nice mix of established neighborhoods and new construction and growth opportunities, both residential and commercial. So if you're looking for a city in South Florida that hits all of these high points, that's got great opportunity, that's got inventory for new buyers and people relocating here, you definitely want to keep Palm Beach Gardens high on your radar. If what you've seen today has you thinking about making Palm Beach Gardens your home, I'd love to help you explore your options. As someone who specializes in this market and helps people relocate here every day, I can show you properties that match exactly what you're looking for and help you understand the neighborhoods that we've discussed here today. My contact information is listed here on the screen. If you're considering other areas of South Florida, be sure to check out my next video, Everything New and Coming Soon to Jupiter, Florida in 2025. Click right here and I'll see you over there.